What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle. I know I haven't uploaded one ever since I got my new computer, but that's just because I can't bring capture card quality, except you're looking on your screen and you're like, Kelly, why in the hell are you lying to me? Well, this is by, I'm only able to do this because of a friend, DeeTrain. I will leave a link to his channel down below. He has really good content. I actually really enjoy it, and he's a member of the LBA. He's a fantastic battler. I honestly am expecting to make probably the top 5 in my division, which is really scary for me. I battled him week 1. He has our battle over on his channel. If you would like to go check it out, you are more than welcome to. Leave a like, tell him I sent you, and I hope that you guys are going to enjoy this as much as I did. On your screen, you can see that I'm going up against Digital. Now, Digital has a very threatening draft. He drafted probably the 4 top OU Pokemon in my own opinion, because he has Heatran, he has Gyarados, he has Gliscor, and he has Mega Venusaur. So that is like 4 insanely big threats that it's just really hard to counter team every single one of them in one team effectively. And I think I did that at a decent level. Looking at my team, I'm bringing the Tyranitar, I'm bringing the Tornadus, the Therian. I did end up dropping Blaziken just for Tornadus, and that is because Tornadus fit a whole lot better on my team. Has decent coverage, gets knockoff, also gets Regenerator, so it played really well with my team. And then I'm also bringing my Metagross, I'm bringing my Slowbro, my Diggersby, and my Blastoise. Obviously Blastoise to Rapid Spin away rocks just in case. And I kind of expected him to lead off with the Heatran, and most Heatran are actually specially defensive. So I was like, that's not too bad. I can kind of sort of deal with that. So I'm going to lead out with my own special defensive wall, which would be Tyranitar. So this battle, let's see, I also kind of didn't want him getting up rocks, and I knew that he is going to lead out with Heatran, so he's probably going to want to get up rocks. So I had to lead off with my Tyranitar so I could A, Earthquake him, and then B, set up my own rocks. I did not see that he was on an air balloon. Didn't see it, so he's going to go for a Flash Cannon turn 1. I knew I could take at least 3 of them, so I set up my Stealth Rocks turn 1, and the Sandstorm is going to be up for 5 turns because I'm not carrying the Smooth Rock. I'm actually carrying Leftovers instead, and that's going to bring me up to a decent amount of health to the point where I know I can take another Flash Cannon, maybe even 3 of them at that range. Looks more like 2, but the Flash Cannon is going to do a decent amount. I went for the Earthquake, and it turns out he was on an air balloon. I didn't see the air balloon, and I feel really stupid because of that. I could have gone for a Dark Pulse and then killed him. My own stupidity. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to switch out into Squirtacular here, and I'm hoping that he was going to go for like a Lava Plume or a Fire Blast or something, and I could eat it up and then hit him back with a Scald, even though it might only do 50% max depending on his EV spread. So I kind of had to be a little careful. He's going to withdraw his Heatran after he gets his rocks up, which is kind of iffy, honestly. I would have gone out into Mismagius here just in case I wanted to Rapid Spin stuff away, because now he's taking unnecessary damage on his Venusaur, but it was a good switch off because I went for Scald instead of Rapid Spin. I do get the burn, so that was a very, very, very crucial moment in my life. I felt happy, I felt like I could cry, all because I got a burn on a Mega Venusaur. I know that this thing can wall me to death if I didn't have some residual damage on it, and since I can't Toxic it, I needed to get the burn. I had to get the burn. He's going to Mega Evolve into his Mega Venusaur, and he's going to go for the Giga Drain. And Giga Drain is going to take me down to about 54 HP, which I kind of expected it to kill me at 52. I kind of expected it to kill me because I don't have any speed def investment at all. I'm all max HP, max defense, so I thought I was going to die. I go for the Rapid Spin because I figured he would go for a Grass-type move, and I figured that I would die from it, to be 100% honest, so I just wanted to be safe and get the rocks away just in case. You know, gotta be as safe as possible whenever you're doing this kind of stuff. So then I'm going to go into Tornadus because I figured he was going to go for Giga Drain again, because if he went for Giga Drain, I could live it, hit him with an Air Slash, and then kill him really easily. But he goes for the Sludge Bomb. It's about 75%, and right there I knew that this thing was going to be very offensive, and I knew it didn't have a whole lot of special bulk, so I knew that an Air Slash would end up taking it out. So since I needed to get more Regenerator back and I didn't want to die, I actually went for the U-turn so I could have a little bit more health so I can take on other things later on in the battle, because I am running a Scarf Tornadus in this battle. So now I'm going to go out into my Tyranitar, since I know for a fact that this thing is not on a balloon anymore, and I know that I can knock it out with a single, not knock it out, but do a decent chunk of damage with an Earthquake. I knew I had to get this thing in. I expected him to withdraw into the Gliscor, so I actually go for the Ice Beam. I'm a mixed Tyranitar, so I go for the Ice Beam specifically for this Gliscor, and I hit it, and it gets knocked out first turn. Gliscor didn't have a single chance to do anything, and that was probably the happiest moment of my life, because you all know how much I hate Gliscor. But now I'm going to get the Leftovers recovery. I'm back above health, above half health. Sandstorm is still up, and now he's bringing in the Sharpedo. Now, Diggersby, it can OHKO with a quick attack as long as he has more than 5% health off, so Stealth Rocks really came in handy. I actually go out into Squirtacular, kind of sort of sacking it off. I apologize, Squirtacular, you are bae, but I had to sack you off just because he really didn't play a huge role anymore. It kind of came to more of a I need to gain some momentum. So I let Squirtacular die. He is going to get one speed boost off, and then he's going to go for a Crunch in case I decided to switch out into Slowbro. But I didn't want to. I needed to have something die so I could get some momentum. There's no way. I mean, there's no way I could have 6-0'd him. So I needed to let something die eventually. So I needed to get that offensive pressure. So now he's going to get another speed boost. He is at +2. He is officially faster than my Scarf Tornadus, and I could not have him OHKO me with a Waterfall. So I go into my Slowbro, knowing I can take one Crunch, and I'm actually going to go for the Grass Knot, expecting the Gyarados to come in instead of the Venusaur. And the Grass Knot's not going to do a whole lot of damage. Grass Knot's maybe going to do 3%. Did hardly anything. So the Sandstorm does go away, which is kind of good, kind of bad, because that's more residual damage that is not going off on Venusaur, which I did want at the end of the day. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to go into Quad Pod here, and Quad Pod is Assault Vested, so I know I can live any HP Fire, I can live any Giga Drain, I'm immune to Sludge Bomb, so I knew that this thing wasn't a huge deal, so I wasn't going to worry about it too much. I honestly was curious as to whether he was going to switch out or stay in, so I'm actually going to go for the Zen Headbutt, or the Ice Punch, I'm sorry, but I went for the Zen Headbutt. I went for the Ice Punch, so I could kill him with the Burn. I calculated, I knew that it wouldn't knock him out, but I knew that the Burn would. So that was a good trade-off in my opinion. And now he's going to go out in this thing, the freaking Gyarados. The Intimidate does not go off, so I was like, maybe that would go off and then I would see Clear Body, but since it didn't go off, I knew he was Moxie. He's going to knock out my Quad Pod, and that's I don't know, kind of sucks, but I'm kind of okay with it because I didn't really need him a whole lot. I did have Thunder Punch on this thing just for the Gyarados, but I don't know. If I had lived, this Gyarados would have been donezo without a doubt. The Thunder Punch would have OHKO'd. I go into Slowbro because I know I can live any one hit, and he goes out into his Miss Magius. Now here's the thing, with this Slowbro, it's actually meant to be a very annoying Slowbro, and it carries Thunder Wave. So Thunder Wave is more or less just going to cripple this whole thing to no end. I expected him to go for a Shadow Ball or a Dark Pulse of some sort, and I know that Tyranitar with the stand up can take anything he wants, at least 2 up. So I will go in, and he actually goes for the Dazzling Gleam, and that is going to be easily a 2-hit KO. Not after Leftovers, but I don't know, it's iffy. I think it might have been a 2-hit KO, but I'm not for certain. I do get the Leftovers recovery, and after that he is going to actually be outsped by my Tyranitar and killed with the Dark Pulse. So that was and I got the crit. I don't think it mattered because whenever I calculated it says that 87 to 100%, and I'm pretty sure he was below 87%. So I don't think that crit mattered. I don't think it did. If it did matter, he would have been knocked out by Life Orb anyway. That's the way I look at it. So I do get Leftovers recovery. He's going to go out in a Sharpedo, get the Waterfall off, and then after he gets the Waterfall off, my Tyranitar is dead. So Tyranitar did put in a decent amount of work with the Stealth Rock coming up, and then the freaking Ice Beam on the Gliscor. Oh my god, Tyranitar did so well. So here I knew was my prime chance because I know that even if he is a Jolly, max speed, 1 speed boost, I still outspeed with my Scarf Tornadus, so I did opt to go for the U-turn. I would outspeed, knock it out, and get a little bit more generator back. So that was kind of my thought process with that, and thankfully it worked out. If he was carrying Aqua Jet, I don't think it would have, but it still did a decent, it still worked out really well in my favor. Pardon me. So now, I'm going to go into Slowbro. Now, Slowbro is actually not carrying Leftovers, he's actually carrying Rocky Helmet. So I was like, this Waterfall, it's going to do some not any really damage to me at all. Slowbro is the biggest physical tank in the entire world. I love it. Gonna get the Rocky helmet damage off, and I was like, you know what? I need to paralyze this thing, because if I have any chance, if my Slowbro somehow gets like a super critted and I need to come in later with my Diggersby, I want to be able to outspeed this thing, and I know that I can't outspeed it unless he's paralyzed. So I ended up going for the Grass Knot, and the Grass Knot's going to do a decent amount of damage. He gets fully parried. That sucks. Didn't really matter a whole lot because nothing he could do would really knock me out. So I don't think that really mattered too much. So now I'm going to go for the Grass Knot again, and that's going to end up taking out his freaking Gyarados, which made me extremely, extremely happy. So now he's going to go out into his Heatran. That is his last Mon. I still have my Slowbro, my Diggersby, and my Tornadus. Diggersby hasn't even touched the field yet, so I'm like, Diggersby, I'm hoping a little bit of action, bro. So I go for the Thunder Wave, just in case. He does miss the Fire Blast. That sucks. Didn't really matter at all, because I would have been able to eat it up like it was. I would have been able to eat it up like Kirstie Alley eats donuts. It's not a problem, man. It's not a problem. So I was going to go for another Fire Blast, and that right there just goes to show I could have eaten up 2 of them easily. Going for a Scald, and that is going to end up knocking out his Heatran. Heatran is going to go down. That is a 3-0 victory for me, and that is a win for my side. I'm not going to say the end result to the battle I had against DeeTrain, but that is just because I do not want to spoil it in case any of you guys go watch it. Now, this was a very fantastic battle. I'm looking forward to it. Digital, I think you'll do very well in the league. Just make sure that you predict very well, bro. I'm looking forward to see what you can do. I'm also looking forward to see what the rest of the teams can do. Hope you guys enjoyed this video just as much as I enjoy finally having capture card quality. Thank you again, David. Thank you so much. I will pay you if you do this more often for me. I'll pay you. It really makes me happy. Hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.